and of course Pearl Abyss, DOkeV headsets. To the left, to the right, you got a disco hit all night. Disco, disco duck, disco, disco duck. And you get lost in the abyss because it's Pearl Abyss. Do you see what I did there? I'm such a literary genius, I can't help myself. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, when you fool around with grown-up toys, you pay the price. And on today's video, coming up on the worst YouTube channel ever. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after the incredible success of Crimson Desert, which has sold over 5 million copies worldwide, what's next for Pearl Abyss? Well, cast your mind back to 2021 and that amazing trailer for DOkeV. And since then, nothing has happened. Well, you thought wrong, because give it until 2027, that game is expected to drop. And I thought I'd make a video today covering all aspects, or some of the aspects of why this particular game could be the Pokemon killer for Nintendo. Now, quick introduction to DOkeV has been created and is currently, to our knowledge, being developed by Pearl Abyss. This is the same people behind the upcoming Crimson Desert. Oh, you silly billies, because this is obviously a very old article. Initially released back in 2019 during a Pearl Abyss Connect, after previously being known as Project V, until its 2021 worldwide reveal. So any South Korean game with Project in the title, you might want to pay close attention just in case it's the next big thing. And given the fact that DOkeV will be riding on the coattails of Crimson Desert, I think there is no reason to see why this game won't surpass that game's amazing reception so far. And of course, it doesn't go without saying, what is the biggest game franchise ever? Well, glad you asked, Pilgrims, because we're going to take a very quick, not so deep dive into what is and why something like GTA isn't. You know what's really funny as well, guys? There were polls being conducted on Reset Era as to what is the biggest games franchise ever in terms of the money that it pulls in. $115 billion for Pokemon. Is it any shock whatsoever that is not a surprise to anybody? Of course not. Mickey Mouse and Friends is a second, which leaves Disney obviously looking at their own butt cheeks, wondering what on earth went wrong. Then Winnie the Pooh, which is pretty funny. Star Wars, Disney princesses, and then Barbie, and then finally we go past Spider-Man, Cars, The Lion King, Pac-Man, Paw Patrol, Toy Story. And finally, we're panting, we're running out of breath, but there it is, finally, Grand Theft Auto. And what's the reason for this being so low despite the anticipation for GTA 6? Because all the franchises that precede GTA are family friendly. Family friendly will always do the rounds, will always pull in the punters, which is why I said that Street Fighter being released in my birth month of October in 2026 should, if it's executed right, will actually pull in more money than its arch nemesis and rival, Mortal Kombat 2. And as you can see, the DOkeV official X account is there. And of course, when I say DOkeV will be the Pokemon killer, because DOkeMON, POkeV, you see what I'm going with that? Do you see? Do you see? God, I'm quite the detective. And of course, I'm pretty sure millions of other pundits already spotted that very cheeky comparison from Pearl Abyss. But I want to talk about not just what I think this game might bring to the masses, because obviously its big family appeal of characters will definitely pull the punters in, but Crimson Desert, when you look at its meteoric success so far, the game that was too good to be true, right now, this is the most recent Steam DB updated analysis. Right now, as I'm talking to you in the evening, 130,000 players, and then its 24-hour peak was 145,000. All-time concurrent peak was 276,000. But I think, and I predict when DOkeV is released, I'm going to predict in its first 24 hours, 1 million players plus. That's what I think. Such is the popularity of this game that I think was going to be an MMO, but they suddenly scrapped that idea. Very much a similar thing that they did with Crimson Desert, and are now making it an open world single player campaign that has tons of multi-platform opportunities, which I think is wonderful if you're into that sort of thing. Now, I do guarantee you that by the end of its release next year, I mean, if they haven't really got their act together, Pearl Abyss, I'm pretty sure they are. Just look at this colorful world. I love the polar bear dude at the back with the boxing glove, and this, I think it's an armadillo preceding him. It just looks wonderful. Now, if I were you, Pearl Abyss, get your bandanas in order, make a variety of those for people like me that will definitely want to go and buy them. Yes, a grown-up middle-aged man wearing kids' bandanas might look a little bit disturbing, but trust you and me, adults aplenty will be taking the day off in South Korea to play the living crap out of this video game. And it's quite the nice approach from myself talking about a game like this, because normally the fare I go on about is all very adult orientated, maybe some PG-13 stuff, but this is probably the first, probably could say, kids game. I mean, again, I say that in the broader sense of the term because adults are making this particular game will do absolute gangbusters. I mean, DOkeV bags, satchels, baseball caps, trainers even, customized playable game controllers. The list is endless, folks. And of course, Pearl Abyss, DOkeV headsets. To the left, to the right, you got a disco hit all night. Disco, disco duck, disco, disco duck. Now, you know I have to do this. It's a bit of a tradition here on this channel, but I want to revisit the trailer actually because I thought this trailer was absolutely amazing. Now, the official YouTube channel for DOkeV has this trailer sitting on nearly 2 million views from 6 years ago, which is pretty good actually. Other people do score bigger views in an instance in the first 3 hours, but given that this is the official YouTube channel, I would say let it rest. It'll probably go up in views once more bits of information start dropping about the game. And I think without further ado, folks, let's just get into this trailer because I've never actually seen it from the start and in glorious 4K. So let's just sit back, relax, and witness the South Korean world of fairy tales, smoke, dust, actual South Korean fable legends, as it were. I don't know what hell I'm talking about or even rambling on about, but that's why you came to the worst channel ever on YouTube. I've got to say, I do love the sound to this. Really, really cool. And all of a sudden now my internet decides to freeze up. Okay, never mind. You know what I love about this trailer? It just makes me want to be a kid all over again, taking me back to my childhood. So awesome. And that is one thing that video games today from the West just fail to capitalize on. With the South Korean game, they want you to relive your childhood experiences. Let's go fishing, baby, because there's going to be a fishing component in this game, of course. Yeah, this scene right here, Electric Town in Japan, baby. Hello. I have no idea if I'm actually talking over this. I think I am. So damn cool. Yeah, this boss battle looks epic. Holy shit, look at the thing. It kind of reminds me of the boss that we saw in the Serious Sam trailer recently. Oh my god, this looks like so much fun. I know it's a cinematic and I know there are elements of gameplay in this epic trailer, but holy shit, man. I honestly think DOkeV is going to hit super hard, man, when it comes to its entire fan base. POkeMON, you better take cover. Holy crap. Before you know it, we're going to get a DOkeV movie as well. I'm pretty sure of it. This song is so damn cool, by the way. I love this song. DOkeV! Yep, reminds me of the walkie-talkies I used to use as a kid. Made from loo rolls. So my final takeaway of DOkeV from Pearl Abyss coming out sometime in 2027, I think maybe, just maybe, Nintendo might have something to worry about, because honestly, looking at this right now, you might be thinking, oh, it's too good to be true. That's what we said about Crimson Desert. And while I haven't gotten myself a copy of the game yet on Steam, I am planning to. Look how that turned out in the end. And Pearl Abyss, to their credit, addressed all the niggling glitches, other issues concerning the game's interface, the way it's asking you to memorize so many controllers on your pad and you get lost in the abyss because it's Pearl Abyss. Do you see what I did there? I'm such a literary genius, I can't help myself. But without a doubt, folks, if you're a Gwen Stefani fan, if you ended up enjoying this video today, make sure you give it a like below, smash that subscribe button, and if I were them and if I were you, I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video. Time to get some K-pop on, baby.
I'm gonna burn it up 'cause I'm a rap star.
Whatever you do, numbnuts, don't search for this term on Google. Got that? Thanks for watching Kung Fu Hot Dog. Don't forget to like and subscribe.